Okay, so what's better than a totally free mod? Nothing, right? One of the biggest hang-ups about this scx10 the Jeep body, out of the box, is that it has these really big bumpers on it. You know, like the bumpers hang on everything. When I first started messing with this thing, this is actually my first rock crawler, and that was one of the biggest limiting factors, was the fact that that bumper just hangs on everything. I don't know if you can tell that bumper's been cut back a whole lot or not, but what I basically pretty much did was I just cut the post a little bit and put new holes in it and moved it back as far back as possible, where this corner is just right at the front of it. And I'm going to do that till I get some better SSD. I'm probably going to get some SSD bumpers for it, but you know, why not use these bumpers? You know, why not go ahead and, you know, I'm not going to actually buy the new ones until I literally tear these bumpers apart. So I'll pretty much cut them in half. I don't know if you can see how that looks on the front, but that's set back quite a bit. And then on the back too, I also set the back, you know, I also pushed the back in a whole lot too, and I'll kind of show how I done that. And I actually took, where's it at? That's not important. What I did was I took a box cutter and I just carved this back to fit. I moved it back as far as it can go, and then I just cut this out to kind of match where the frame, where the body little piece goes. I actually put a little extra, you know, just so it won't rub too much, which doesn't really matter if it did, but whatever. You can see right here that this part right here is pretty much, hold on, let me adjust my camera, that this thing is pretty much pushed in as far as possible, and I'm not really sure if I've made new holes for it. And then you can see I did the same thing to the front. It's pushed into the very far limits. On this one I know for a fact I had to cut the bumper right here, I had to cut the edge off, and then I had to drill new holes. You know, all I did was I cut these two off, pushed it all the way in, and then I got me like a sharp nail, and I just poked it in there to mark the holes, and then I drilled two new holes, and then now the bumper's set back a pretty good bit. And that's just a free mod. I mean, that's just something that actually really does help a whole lot, and you don't actually have to pay for it. Okay, so I actually pulled the two bumpers out just to show what I did. You can see I cut the ends off, pushed it all the way in, and marked me some new holes, and I drilled two new holes in it. And that allows me to push this bumper way in. The back one, on the other hand, I didn't actually have to put new holes in it. All I did was I pushed it all the way in, and then I carved that part out. Which, you know, it might be a little bit ugly, but the body actually hides it. You know what I'm saying? All I did was push it all the way in, and then I carved this area out just to match the body lines of the plastic body. And I mean, you've seen the pictures of it earlier. It kind of looks legit. Anyway, I just thought I would you know, make a video on this, so that way maybe you give somebody this idea before you buy bumpers, because this is a free mod right here. Anyway, that's it.